How about them Huskers, baby? Nebraska basketball wins their 20th straight game, 83-77. We took down the Hoosiers. We were down 16 points in the second half. I was getting ready to turn the game off, getting ready to just say, screw it. We're going to lose eventually. This is going to be the game. And started to drive back home, was listening to it on the radio. We kept fighting, got to the free throw line in the second half and found a way to get it done. 16-0, that's our 20th straight win, which is a program record, baby. We finally shot better from the three-point line. I said I expected us to heat it up a little bit. I thought we'd shoot over 40%. We shot 41% from three this game, 48% from the field. How about J-Law, Jamarcus Lawrence, who's been just good all year, but not like this. 27 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He was wet from downtown. Love to see that from the senior. The Fragernator. Come on now, baby. Braden Frager, another great game off the bench. That dunk with like a minute 19 left, I was screaming my butt off, going crazy. My God, he had me amped. He also sealed it at the end with a 3 right before the dunk. I actually have that. I want to show it to you guys. Let me show you this dunk in case you missed it. In case you missed it, check this out. Braden Frager. Hang on, it's right. There we go. Dunk by Braden Frager. Check this.
And draw IU within 7. Frager turns the corner.
Oh! How about that, baby? Was that something? I mean, this kid's so athletic. He can jump out of the sky. You saw him get that rebound in the second half where he put it up with his left hand. I mean, he's the real deal. He is the real deal, man. He has been huge coming off the bench for us this year. Every team needs a sixth man to come up and put up points, and he does that. He also played great defense in the second half. I love what I see. Other teams probably hate him. He's a little chippy, talks smack, talks a little shit, did the whole gun thing to the Michigan State player that shot himself. I love it. Love the confidence and aggression in that kid. Like I predicted, people, Huskers, the defense, Husker defense stepped up again like I predicted. I thought we'd force 12 turnovers, 13 Indiana turnovers this game, 9 steals for the Huskers. That was the difference in the second half. We slowed down the game. Indiana was shooting like crazy. Lamar Wilkerson is unbelievable sharpshooter. He was hot in the first half, continued early into the second half. But what we did is we slowed the game down. I talked about how tempo is important. Nebraska needs to play at their pace. We slowed the game down in the second half by attacking the rim. Cale Jacobson, he was awesome in this game. Jamarcus Lawrence, ranked Mast, was aggressive going to the basket. And we finally got some free throws in the second half. All 14 of them came in the second half. But that's what slowed the game down. And then, of course, the turnovers helped big time. So let's look at the team stats. Here we go. I've got a screenshot up. So you see, again, we finally got it going from three-point. We only shot 27% last game against Ohio State. You see the difference in this one. And that's with Lamar Wilkerson going for 32 points. So 41% from three-point, 37 for Indiana. We had the slight edge in field goal percentage. Rebounds was neck and neck. And there you go, the difference, steals and turnovers. 9 steals for Nebraska, just 4 for Indiana. And then total turnovers, 8 for Nebraska, 14 for Indiana. That was the difference in the second half. And Nebraska finally heating up from downtown, baby. Price Sanford, it was good to see him hit 3 threes. Hell, Buchtengel was 2 for 2 from downtown. All right. Enough of that. Let's keep moving. Fred Hoiberg, my goodness, he deserves all the credit in the world. He has put together a roster full of winners. And I've got some numbers to show you on a few of our players and their career records as starters. It'll blow your mind. They actually showed it during the game today. But Hoiberg, it's taken him a long time. It's his 7th year. It hasn't been an easy process. The first 2 years were abysmal. He's been playing around in the transfer portal, but I think he's finally got the roster that he's always wanted, full of winners, smart IQ or high IQ basketball players that play together well as a team. They're well coached. They're smart. And he deserves all the credit. I said in a previous episode, he should be up for Coach of the Year. I could watch him. I love when they pan to him during a timeout when he's talking to his team. I could watch him talk to his team all day. I could listen to his interviews all day long. He's the exact opposite of Matt Rule. Calm, cool, collected, never gets overly excited or overly angry, although I love seeing his feistiness on that foul call on his son today. That was pretty badass to see his passion and fight for his team. But Matt Rule, who looks nervous, like he just shot up Ozempic or snorted lines of Adderall, looking all nervous and like he doesn't know what the hell's going on the sidelines, like a nervous Nelly. Hoiberg is calm, cool, and collected, just like his son, and the team plays like it. So I want to do a deep dive. A lot of people in this country are going to, like Indiana football, how the hell are they good? How the hell are they good? Now, I think football and basketball are very different. I think it's more of an anomaly that Indiana football is doing this good compared to Nebraska basketball doing this well. Basketball, anyone that's shooting, any team that has good shooters and smart players that play well together, you can win games. They can make runs in the NCAA tournament. We've seen it. Football's a physical game, so it's more difficult. But I want to go through my 4 reasons why Nebraska is an elite team this season. Number 1, it's an old veteran team full of winners. Okay, I mentioned that metric. You ready to see this? This is Rank Mast, Sam Hoiberg, and Jamarcus Lawrence. Those 3 as starters for Nebraska, because we know Lawrence went to Rhode Island for a year. We know we got Rank Mast from Bradley, and Sam Hoiberg hasn't been a starter every game as long as he's been at Nebraska. But Rank Mast, Sam Hoiberg, and Jamarcus Lawrence. You ready for this? Rank Mast's record as a starter for Nebraska is 39-11, 78% winning percentage. Sam Hoiberg's record as a starter for Nebraska, 25-7, 78% winning. Jamarcus Lawrence's record as a starter at Nebraska, 37-13. 39-11 is Mast, 25-7 is Hoiberg, and 37-13 is Lawrence, which was 74%. That's unbelievable. They showed that metric on the screen during the game today, and I was like, holy crap. I didn't realize that. I mean, I knew Rank Mast was a great pickup from Bradley. He was a good player for them. He was a big pickup in the transfer portal. But Jamarcus Lawrence, first 2 years at Nebraska, then went to Rhode Island last year, then came back. But you don't realize Sam Hoiberg, right, played sparingly in and out of the lineup, his first couple of years. But these 3 guys as starters for Nebraska, all of them over 70% winning percentage for their career, which is just unbelievable. I had no idea. So, again, 1, it's an old veteran team full of winners, baby. We all, brought over Price, Sanford, Buchtengel as well from the transfer portal. Those guys are so valuable. Price being the sharpshooter from downtown, Buchtengel being the rebounder, high-energy guy who can get you points when you need them as well. 2, second reason Nebraska's elite, the no-middle scheme defense we play. A lot of people are like, Nebraska doesn't have a ton of athletes. They don't look like, a top 10 team. How is their defense doing it? How are they doing this? It's called a no middle defense. Okay. What Nebraska does, and not a lot of teams run this in college basketball, but essentially we're forcing teams to take as many 3-point shots as we can. We want to make it extremely difficult to get inside the paint, force the ball outside, protect the lanes at all costs. You see it in our switch defense. We want them to shoot contested threes. And here's a metric. You ready for this? Nebraska is only allowing 11.3 rim attempts per game. That's second best in the country. Second best in the country. Excuse me. So that's insane. People don't realize that when they're watching these games. These are advanced metrics that I did some research on. But when you're watching us play defense, right, it's man-to-man until they try to, they'll do a pick and roll. They'll try to get it in the paint. We switch. High hedge on that pick and roll at the top of the key. We always switch it. And then on the sides of the court, we're always switching and forcing them outside. We want them to take those contested threes. And that's what you see when we're always switching and rotating. So it's second, the no middle defense, baby. We have perfected that. Third reason we're elite, shooting. It's that simple. We've got several players on this team that can hit threes. Bryce Sandfort, Sam Hoiberg, Braden Frager, Rank Mast, Jamarcus Lawrence, saw him today, hit from downtown, and then even Burke Buchtengel. And hell, I didn't even include Cale Jacobson on here. He's shown he can hit from downtown. But that's so big. I mean, look at this. You guys ready? Got this screenshot. This is the box score from today's game. Look at how many of I highlighted it for you. Look how many of our guys hit from downtown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different players hit a three today. How many for Indiana? 4. 4 guys. Okay. And my last point on this, on the shooting, and it's like every game, someone can step up. We have different guys that step up at different times. Having multiple scores is huge. Here's another stat. 6 of our players are averaging at least 8 points per game. That's a big deal. Not many teams have that depth, okay? But when you got guys like Braden Frager, when you got guys like Cale Jacobson coming off the bench, Jared Garcia, and putting in solid minutes, putting points on the board, getting rebounds, getting steals, hustling, that's huge. Offensive movement. When you watch Nebraska's offense, guys are constantly moving. I had my nephew's CYO basketball game tonight. And if you're at the game, you're always, I'm always a proud uncle cheering him on, screaming and yelling. But what I constantly am yelling at him is move. A lot of times these young guys, they, little guys, growing up playing basketball, they don't want to move around. They just want the ball. Pass me the ball. And they'll stand out way outside the elbow or outside the key. It's like, guys, move. And that's what Nebraska's offense does. Constant movement. We do the handoff offense, which we run that all the time. We do some pick and rolls, right? And that constant movement is eventually what gets somebody open. Somebody on defense falls asleep, lollygagging, and that produces open looks, penetration to the rim, penetration to the paint. And it's just why we're so effective. Constant movement. It's creates space for us, creates space for our shooters to get open and have good looks. So those are the reasons I am so ecstatic that the Huskers have been able to have this type of a season, especially after the 20 plus years I've been a diehard Husker football fan or a Husker fan, and football's always disappointed. But now finally, Hoiberg's got himself a team. So we're 16-0. It was a hell of a win today. I'm so proud of this team. Our next game is this Tuesday, 8 p.m., late night game, but we're playing at home, Pinnacle Bank Arena against Oregon. They're 8-8, not a very good team this season. They're top heavy, don't have a ton of depth. They got 4 guys that are their primary scorers, but outside of that, not much, a whole lot else. So I expect Nebraska to win this game. I will do a preview show for it probably Monday before the game, so I don't want to get too much into that. But The Huskers get the victory, 20 straight wins, a program record, leads the nation, 16-0, 5-0 in the conference. Love it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Leave comments. Let me know your thoughts. We'll see you on Monday for the preview of Oregon. And as always, go Big Red.